Oh my goodness. Good evening. I have no idea if there's anyone out there. Ooh, me. I'm just gonna see if anyone's out there. How y'all doing? Oh, hey, I got one person. Yay! I just wanted to have a quick little live stream with the Insomniac crew. I've got one of them. Hey, how's it going? Oh, here we go. Now they're starting to get some people filing in. I wanted to come online for just not a long one. This will be a fairly short one, but just see how all of you are doing. Just kind of share you some updates on what's going on with us over here. Let's see who's out there right now. Oh my gosh, there's a bunch of you out there. Oh my goodness. I'm tired. I have to set the alarm to do these things, so I was dead asleep 5 minutes ago. I wanted to I don't know how much tarot I'm going to actually be doing on this. This may just be more of an exchange with me and the group. But like I said, I just wanted to share some of what's going on with us on here. As many of you know, my mom's health has been failing, and we lost my mom yesterday morning. My brother and I, she's been staying with my sister. Good morning, Al. My mom's been staying with my sister for the last couple months, actually. She's been staying with my sisters. She's been swapping with my sisters probably for the last 6 months. And my middle sister has a great house. When they remodeled their house, they actually remodeled it with my mom moving in with them at some point in the future. And that point in the future came. And so my mom was living with my sister, and it's a great house. My mom's always been closest to my middle sister, and my middle sister has grandchildren, so my mom's great grandchildren. And that house was always full of life. It was always buzzing and full of activity. And she had a great time staying there with my sister and my brother-in-law. And then at the end of April, she had a doctor's appointment, and the doctor gave her 3 to 6 months. And this was in April. At the end of April, she told my brothers, she said, "You know what? I don't know if I'm going to make it through May." And I remember thinking at the time, Dave and I had a conversation. It's like, oh my gosh, I wonder what's the over/under on mom? Do you think she'll make it to her birthday? And Dave's like, yeah, that's probably that would be like the goal. See if she can make it to her birthday, which is at the end of July. But she told my brother, no, I don't think I'm going to make it out of May, which seemed kind of crazy because she was still 90% Betty. I mean, she didn't have the vim and vigor that my mom was known for, but she was still holding her own pretty well. She had to walk with a cane or a walker, but yeah, that's fine. You're 90. If that's your only setback, you're way ahead of a lot of us. And her health, it started to fade, and it faded really quickly. But what I wanted to do, and the reason why I came on, is I wanted to share a couple of experiences that she had. I there's a lot of folks probably that watch this channel. Dave and I watch a lot of NDE, near-death experience videos. And thank you, Alf. If you're familiar with near-death experience videos, the experience that's shared is remarkably consistent with the people that have shared them. It usually involves maybe being experiencing a darkness that's like this all-encompassing darkness, but you're at like this peace with yourself. A lot of folks go through they find themselves in a beautiful meadow or in these beautiful mountains and stuff, and what they describe as like there's colors that you've never seen before, or that are so vibrant, and it's just a feeling of love, and you don't want to leave that. And then it's like you see people there that you don't recognize right away, but in here you know them somehow. Well, we had, back on Monday the 11th, my mom had a dream. I'll call it a dream. In fact, that's not fair. My mom had an experience overnight. And in her experience, my mom saw this she was on this big, long path. And it was going through like a meadow full of fields. And she was carrying a wooden box in this. And while she was walking down the path, there were things sort of flying out of the wooden box. And so she opened the wooden box, and she was saying there's this beautiful light inside the wooden box. And she just felt like all this happiness and joy and contentment and all these wonderful feelings from this light. And she wanted to do nothing more than to go into the light. But she wasn't able to allow herself to go into the light because she was afraid that my oldest sister, would come up and tell her that she couldn't go in. And what had happened was, I know I did it. When the doctor gave her the 3 to 6 months to live, and she said, I'm not going to make it through May. I said, okay, Mom, you know what? Just don't do it on the 24th, because that's my middle sister's birthday. Just, any other day's fine. Just don't do it on the 24th. Then my brother actually said kind of the same thing. My oldest sister, gosh, God love her, she said, Mom, you can't die in May because the 11th is my son's birthday, the 24th is Gina's birthday, and the 31st is Jonathan, my brother's oldest son's birthday. So you're just going to have to wait till June. Well, this happened on the 11th, which was my oldest sister's son's birthday. And my mom felt like she was blocked from going into the light because we had said this thing. And I learned a lesson from that, because she woke up the next morning and she was mad at my sister because she really wanted to go to that light. And she felt like she couldn't go, like she was blocked because my sister wouldn't let her go. And she shared her what she experienced with my sisters, and I basically learned a lesson. One, I was trying really hard not to be upset with my eldest sister for blocking my mom from going across. But at the same time, it's like, well, Gary, you kind of did the same thing, only it was more of a joking manner. Dave and I were doing it with a lot of humor, but there was still a little, try and avoid that day if you can, type of thing. But my takeaway from that is I will never, ever, ever tell someone who is on the potentially crossing over, what they can, when and when they cannot go. From now on, it's, if you want to go, we love you, we'll be fine. You do what you need to do. So that was my first takeaway from this. The other story I've got with my mom through this experience, it happened on Thursday morning. So that's when she passed. She passed a little after 6 a.m. And what had happened was, my sister has a son and a daughter. The son has 2 boys, so it's my mom's 2 great grandsons, and my sister's daughter has 2 girls, and those are my mom's 2 great granddaughters. And my mom, there was so much joy from my mom to her great grandkids. If you thought she loved her grandkids, you should have seen how she loved on those great grandkids. They were the only ones that could get her to open her eyes and engage towards the very end of her life. I was there when my nephew brought his sons, her great grandsons, into the room, and for hours I'd been sitting in there with her and talking with her, and rubbing her hair and holding her hand, and with no response at all. But as soon as my nephew shows up with his two boys, all of a sudden she's sitting up and her eyes are open and she's smiling and engaging. And it's just like, hey, what the heck, Mom? Jeez. I know where I stand. Jeez. But the other experience she had was, so at 6 o'clock in the morning, my niece and one of her daughters, they woke up, and her daughter said, I want to go say good morning to Bees. They called my mom Nani Bees. Nani's like grandmother in Italian, and Bees, I don't know where they came up Bees. But my niece and her daughter went downstairs, and she said, I want to give Nani a good morning kiss. And my niece is like, okay. So they go up to my mom. She says, good morning, Bees. And my niece, my niece's daughter, leans over and kisses my mom. And what my niece said, my niece is a nurse. She said, as soon as my niece kissed my mom, she took her last breath and passed. And my niece's daughter goes, oh, Mom, I gave Nani Bees a kiss and it helped her go to heaven. And it's like, wow, because you know what? She's not wrong. That's exactly what happened. We weren't exactly sure what my mom was waiting for. She had the dream, she had the experience with the box of light that she wanted to go to, and we didn't know how long it was going to take her to go back. And I guess at that point, she had seen everyone she needed to see. And it was her great granddaughter, my niece's daughter, that gave her the love and the permission to go. And that was a really interesting experience. I wasn't there to witness it. I was there to hear the story. And I have no doubt in my mind that, yeah, you know what? You gave her a kiss and you helped her go to heaven. That is exactly what you did. And so I just wanted to kind of share those stories. Yeah, Hope Suzanne, I'm live. This doesn't happen often. And so what I wanted to do is, I could have done this on a reading and all that, but this is one of those, that was such a touching experience, both of them, that I kind of wanted to share it with you guys. And for those of you that might have come on a little bit late, my mom passed away Thursday morning at about a little after 6 a.m. And we're going to miss her. She was quite a presence. She was quite a presence. She left quite an impact on me. But as sad as it is to lose her, it's a lot of relief because the last few weeks of her life were very uncomfortable for her. And you just don't want to see that. You don't want to see the ones you love go suffer and go through that. And so I just wanted to share those experiences with you, on what my mom experienced. Um, so I guess the message is, and I'm probably preaching to the choir a bit, but there is more to life than this. There is an afterlife. There is a heaven. And we all just have to do our best to be the best human beings that we can be while we're here. And that's really kind of the message I wanted to share, based on what my mom's experience was. And I guess the other takeaway is, if you have a wooden box and you open it and there's a beautiful light coming out of it and you want to go in the light, God love you, go in the light. That's where you want to be. The rest of us will deal with it back here on earth, right? So that was what I wanted to share. And then just for the rest of this, I'm not going to do this for a whole lot longer, but just I want to see what you guys are up to. If there's anything you want me to look into as far as reading cards, there's a lot of really crappy things going on in the United States politically. One of the things that I saw was from someone who had an NDE and has kind of had a glimpse into the future, and what they had shared was, by 2032, we're going to be in a golden age. So all the stuff that's happening now, all the crap we're going through, in just a few years, we're going to see the benefits of what happened. We might not be able to see it right now, but in just a few years, allegedly 6 years, it will all make sense, and we'll be okay. But until then, you and I, we just have to do the best we can to be good citizens and try and bring as much love and light into the universe and try and carry that forward. Because right now there's a lot of division, there's a lot of anxiety, there's a lot of intolerance, and we need to see what we can do to break the cycle and put all of that in the rearview mirror and try to move forward in a positive way. And I get it. It is so hard to do. I look at the news and I get outraged. In fact, the last video I did, I was really spicy because Trump had won a quote unquote settlement with the DOJ for $1.776 billion to give to Trump and his cronies, anyone who was persecuted under the Biden administration. Seriously. It's Trump accusing others of crimes that he's actually committing or has committed. Okay, so let's see what do you guys have out there? Did DI write the DNC autopsy report for 2029? Oh, that's an interesting question. Did AI write the DNC autopsy report? Let me look. I'll just throw a couple cards. I'm not going to do a full spread on it. It's possible. My wife is starting to use a little bit of AI for her work. It wouldn't surprise me, but let's see. Did AI write the DNC autopsy report for 2024? Whoops. Okay, what do we got? I'm just doing two cards. We got the Hermit, and the main clarifier is the Two of Wands. So the Hermit's like trying to find a path forward. I think this was the intention of the DNC autopsy, is what happened? Where did we go wrong? What did we do wrong? What did we do right? Do that post-mortem. And then you got the Two of Wands, the actions you want to take to move forward. So this isn't answering the question of, did AI write it? It's just more like, what was the point of the autopsy was to figure out what happened and what actions you want to take forward. And the energy underneath it is the world card, which is basically to put an end to the cycle or to transition to the next cycle. Sorry, it's the cards are not going to answer that for me tonight. It's like, it doesn't matter if AI did it. The takeaway here is the Dems need to spend that time understanding what went wrong and what are they going to do differently. What actions are they going to take to make a difference to either benefit the world or put an end to this cycle going forward. Oh, what else we got out there? Yeah, I gotta admit, I'm not a big fan of AI. I can see where AI can be helpful. I've actually used it, but it's only been for like real light stuff. Every year for Christmas, I draw a cartoon strip for my daughter. She like when she was little, she liked mermaids. So I've got these 3 mermaids, and they go on some adventure. And it's usually an adventure of some event that happened with my daughter through the year. And so the mermaids go through an adventure. And actually, I had AI give me an idea for a story for the mermaids, and it worked out pretty well for that. I mean, I ended up just using it as kind of a rough guide, and I sort of pivoted my own story from it, but it gave me some ideas on where to go. Like, with AI, what it does is it gets you off of the blank page. It puts words on a page. And so it's kind of like, it's like riding a swing. AI will give you a couple of good pushes, but that's up to you to pump your legs and keep going. So that's kind of how I use it. But if you don't like it, I get it. It's a scary change. I don't know how well this is going to go. It's definitely going to cause disruption, no question. There's going to be jobs that people are doing now that they will not be doing in the future because AI will be cheaper to do it or more effective to do it. I was watching Cash Peters do a video on AI, and he basically said that. He says, but what'll happen is he had a big pizza, and the AI was there was a pizza cutter going through it, and the AI was the pizza cutter, and it'll cut through the pizza, but the pizza eventually, the cheese and everything kind of comes back together again. You can see where it left the mark, but everything kind of comes back together. So what his interpretation was, yeah, it's going to cause disruption, but we will adapt and we will be okay. That was kind of his take on it. Okay, Momo 1778. I have a question on the Los Angeles mayor race. Who will win, Bass or Pratt? Yeah, Cash did something on that too. I think Pratt's the guy that's using kind of an AI generated campaign, if you will. Basically developing campaign ads using AI. And he's the Republican candidate. I'm assuming Bass is the Democratic person. Let's just see. Let's do 2 cards, one for Bass and one for Pratt. Bass. It seems like Pratt's he's kind of has a little bit of the attention of the media right now. But let's see. Entertainment purpose only. So what's the energy around Bass? You got the Queen of Pentacles and the 4 of Cups. And Pratt, you've got the 4 of Wands and the Page of Cups. So with Bass, Queen of Pentacles is about showing what you care about. This is a very nurturing card. Pentacles are things of value. Could be your health, your wealth, or just your values and ideals. So with Bass, it's Queen of Pentacles. He's showing everyone how much he cares, what's valuable to him. He wants to take care of people. And then the clarifier is the 4 of Cups, because he's not happy with what's in front of him. There's something that's deeply dissatisfying to him, and there's an opportunity coming if he's willing to break his focus on this and accept the opportunity. to show. I think there's an opportunity coming up that will show people what's valuable to him and what he cares about. With Pratt, you've got the 4 wands. This is about celebrating, actions taking to celebrate. Hey, look at me. We're going to have a good time here. And the clarifier is the Page of Cups, which is, kind of silly behavior. And I think this is what his ads are. Apparently his campaign ads, he generates them with AI so he can do it on a shoestring budget. And I suspect that his ads are probably a little bit on the humorous or pointed side to kind of celebrate where he's at and maybe take a shot at the Democratic establishment. So who will win? I don't. So I guess whoever gets the most votes. I mean, the Los Angeles, the California is blue. The major cities are blue. It's the rural areas that are red. So I mean, you're probably safe bet to go with the Democrat, unless they're like super corrupt to the point where if the Democrats don't show up to vote, they're like, oh, no, I'm not going to vote for him. I'm going to vote for the Republican person. But I'd say right now you're probably a safe bet going with Bass, and then the energy underneath it is the star, and it's simply who's got the more appeal to the voter. I mean, that's what a great non-answer, right? Gee, the person who gets the most votes is going to be the mayor of Los Angeles. Gee, Gary, so insightful. How do you do it, right? Are they both running as Democrats? I don't know that. I just don't know. I would have to look that up. Let me see. I don't even know what Pratt's first name is. Let's see. Is Pratt a Democrat? Los Angeles. This is, as you can see, this is the high level of research that Dave and I put into every single one of our videos. Spencer Pratt. Reality star. This is taking me way too long. Here we go. Well, he voted for Trump. He considers himself a nonpartisan candidate. I'm sorry. I don't represent a party. I don't have a campaign manager. I don't have a campaign consultant. There's no political party backing me. He clarified he's a Republican. Well, yeah, if you voted for Trump, you're not even a Republican, okay? You're MAGA or America First. So I would say Pratt is, he's definitely on the Republican, or he leans that way heavily. So that's what we got there. Yeah, okay, so yeah, he's a Republican. Trump endorsed him, yeah. He voted for Trump. That's a big surprise there. So we'll see what happens with that. I'll show that. Yeah, thank you, Betty. Yeah, it's my mom's experience. Her near-death experience was really amazing to me, and I had a conversation with both my sisters on that, because they don't watch NDE videos. They have no idea that NDE videos exist. And well, is he's MAGA? He's not MAGA, or at least he claims he's kind of independent, but he's not backed by a political party. But I don't know. If you're voting for Trump, maybe you don't identify as MAGA, but clearly you're okay with Trump's agenda. And it's kind of like if you backed Hitler, right? Are you a Nazi? Well, maybe you're not a member of the Nazi party, but you're supporting him. So calling him MAGA, maybe he's not, but you're supporting the cause. And isn't that really what it's all about? It's like the hokey pokey. I guess that's what it's all about. Let's see. I'm not even reading this. Let's see. Controversial question. Oh, why not at 1 a.m. or 12:30 in the morning, my time? Controversial question. After gutting the Civil Rights Act, what does this administration have any more plans for further? What does this administration have planned to further disenfranchise African Americans? Yeah, great question. Whatever it takes to get enough votes to get back in office. I don't see why they'd want to stop now, right? I got a text this morning or yesterday now. Say, well, this is not a text for money. We just need 5 more votes, which is a bunch of bullshit. For the GOP to put their petition forward to require ID for voting. I have no idea why. I'm no longer a registered Republican. I changed my registration earlier this year because I just don't identify with the Republican Party anymore. I'm so disappointed and disillusioned with how corrupt and how willing they are to go along with Trump and this nonsense that my perceived ability to sway the party back towards the center by voting in the primary seems kind of pointless at this point. But they wanted me to sign a petition requiring ID to vote. I basically typed stop and then enter to be to basically be unsubscribed, and then I told them to fuck off. But yeah, well, so what other plans? Well, let's see what they got. See what is the Republican MAGA plans to further disenfranchise not just African Americans, but any minority that might want to actually vote. What do we need to know about that? Queen of Swords. They're showing you who they are. They're showing their truth, what they believe to be true. They want to tell their truth. They're seeking a path. It's like, what else can we do to prove that non-citizens are voting? Because they want to keep these people outside of the power, keep them disenfranchised, so that we can stay in government and continue the grift. That's so it's not. I guess what it is they're going to keep going. They're not done yet. There's going to be more to follow. Yeah. So not a controversial question, but the cards are just telling me, yeah, you ain't seen nothing yet. They're going to keep going until somebody makes them stop. Crystal, I'm with you. It's making me sick too. We got a couple of contributions. Oh my goodness. I'm recognizing the letters here. Let's see. Oops, why is this not displaying? So Robin Davis, thank you so much for your kind contribution. What's it say? Sir, condolence. I'm so sorry for you. It's tough to lose your mom. It is. Blessings to both you and your families. Thank you, Robin. I appreciate that. And then Amy Sanders. Hey, Amy, how are you? For a new perennial for your yard in your mom's favorite color. Oh, my wife will love you for that. My wife is all about the garden. It's kind of her happy place. So thank you so much for that, Amy. Oh my goodness. What else? Yeah, so just for those of you who might have joined a little late, because we're up to almost 200 people. My God, you people need to get some sleep. My mom passed away on Thursday morning. It's Friday morning at 12:30 right now. She had been battling cancer. She had melanoma. And in April, the doctor had given her 3 to 6 months to live. And she had told my brother that she didn't think she would make it through May. And you know what? Mom was right. She was not kidding around. And so we lost her yesterday. Earlier in the video, I shared kind of a near-death experience that she had. and then that she was ultimately freed, given permission to go to heaven by her great granddaughter, who gave her a kiss, good morning, and she passed away as soon as my great granddaughter kissed her good morning and said good morning, bees. My mom took her last breath and passed. So it's so comforting to know that she's no longer in pain and she's with my dad. Oh, the other story I didn't share with you. She had a lot of visions of these 12 men in dark suits that were, kind of hanging around her room. And she had told them, she was asking my sister what day it was. And my sister said, well, it's, this day, and next week is Memorial Day. So she turned to where the men were standing, and she told them, hey, you hear that? It's Memorial Day weekend coming up. Go have fun. Basically, go away. Leave me alone. Go have fun. Go do something else. Which kind of made me chuckle. It's like, good for you, Mom. But she shared another experience where there was this really handsome man flirting with her, and he wanted her to dance with her, and she wanted her to dance with him. And my mom was kind of flirty back with him and really enjoying the attention. And I think that was probably my dad. I hope it was my dad. Otherwise, Mom's gonna have some explaining to do when she crosses over, right? When she meets up with my dad on the other side there. That would have been an interesting conversation. But what had happened was when my dad passed away in 2012, my eldest sister had shared that she had a dream, a very, very real to her dream of our dad. And he was in heaven. He was dressed in a beautiful suit and he was dancing. He said, this is what Mom and I are going to be doing when she comes to heaven. We're going to be dancing and having and laughing and having a great time. And my mom, I don't think she knew my sister had this dream, or she did. It was 12 years ago, 13 years ago. And my mom's experience with this handsome man was exactly the same thing. They were laughing, they were flirting with each other. He wanted her to dance with him, and he was so young and handsome, and she was really enjoying the attention. And I really think that was my dad coming across saying, okay, Betty, it's ready. It's your time. When you're ready to come over, this is what we're going to be doing. So as much as I'm sad to lose her, I know she's out in heaven dancing with my dad and having a great time. Yeah. My mom had a NDE where she was, I'll briefly repeat it. If you want the whole story, you can watch the beginning of the video. But briefly, what happened was my mom had an NDE where, before she passed, where she was walking down a very long path through like a meadow, fields, hills, probably full of flowers and stuff. And she had this wooden box, and there was objects flying out of the box. So she opened the box, looked inside, and it was this beautiful light. And it was warm, and it was loving and peaceful. And she really, really, really wanted to go into the light. And she felt like she couldn't go into the light. She was afraid to look around because she was afraid she was going to see my sister telling her that she couldn't go. And what was sad, ironic, and the lesson we learned from that was my eldest sister had indeed told her, there are certain dates in May that are important to me or important, and you can't die on these dates, and may as well just wait until June to die. And ironically, the date that she had this experience was the date of my eldest son's birthday, or my eldest sister's son's birthday. And so the takeaway I took from that is I am never telling anyone when they cannot die and cross over. At this point, it's like, you want to die and cross over? God love you. Enjoy yourself. We'll be okay here. Thank you, Sarah, to add to your perennial. Okay, perfect. Thank you so much. Maybe a rose bush. Yeah, that's probably not. My wife doesn't like roses much, actually. She doesn't like plants with thorns. Because at one point I wanted to get a bougainvillea when we were dating. I thought, bougainvillea would be a beautiful vine to put in front of my house. So they have this beautiful flowers. And Laura's like, yeah, no, they have thorns on them. Thorns they hurt little kids. They break their balls and, like the kickballs and stuff. So no, nothing with thorns. But I'm sure Laura will find some way to spend that money if I know my wife. Oh my gosh. My grandma hugged my mom in her dreams and thoughts. Yeah, I can see that. Who's coming through? Who's got the most influence, right? It's been a while since I've had a dream about my dad. Hopefully I'll have a dream about my mom soon. The one kind of experience I had that was somewhat similar to my eldest sister's dream was when we had to put my dog down, Dallas. It was one of those things where his health was going bad. You knew it was a question. It wasn't a question of was Dallas going to have a good day or a bad day? It was what part of the day could I make good for him? And so that's a really gut-wrenching decision to put an animal down, because you just don't want to see him suffering. And he had basically lost his ability to walk. He couldn't support his weight anymore. And so I picked a day halfway between my son and I are born 2 weeks apart. So I picked the weekend between us because I didn't want to put, I didn't want to put him on my birthday or my son's birthday. So it's like, okay, let's split the difference. The day after the day he passed, I went to bed that night, and I had a dream where I woke up and I was walking into the front room. It was during COVID. This was during COVID. So my wife and I were both working at home at the dining room table. I opened the door to the dining room table, and Dallas would lie next to the table while we were working. I went through the door and I saw him, and he looked great. He was back to like he was when he was 2, just young and vibrant and full of life. And I was so filled with joy when I saw him. That was the day I really understood what the term overjoyed meant, how overjoyed felt. And I think it was Dallas that had come through to let me know that, hey, I'm okay. I'm in great shape. Everything's okay. And I really woke up in a good mood. As much as I miss that dog every single day, I think of him every day. But that memory was such a good one. I can't wait to see him again. He was such a good boy. Here we go. Millinord. Oh, hey, thank you. Super sticker. Woo, the super sticker dance. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Oh my gosh. Right. Okay. Let me take a couple more questions, then I'm going to go back to bed because I'm tired. Oh my gosh, there's 200 people on here. Thank you so much for showing up for this. It's funny. I don't announce these things. I don't want to make a commitment if I can't wake up in time and like clear the cobwebs and deliver the product for you. I don't want people sitting around waiting for me and I can't deliver. So I really appreciate you guys showing up. This is a lot of fun. I am not a night owl. I'm a morning person through and through. I'm up and walking by 5 a.m. every single morning. Well, on the weekends I sleep in again, but I would rather be in bed at 9 o'clock and up at 5 a.m. than being up at 12:30 at night. I gotta be honest. Thank you, Momo. Thank you, super sticker. Woo! Totally appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. All right. Do I got any questions here? Lilacs have the best scent. Well, that's good. I really don't know what my mom's favorite flower was. She likes sunflowers. Sunflowers, I guess I would have to say was her favorite flower there. What's this? Oh, Becky. Oh, Becky, too many cats. Yay. Hey, Becky, I want you to send me another message in the chat because I have a question for you. You probably answered it, but I've never seen the answer. How many cats is too many cats? We had 6 at one point. We tried to go for 7, and I guess 7 was too many for us because we had one girl cat that just wouldn't accept any more cats. So I guess for us, Gary, too many cats equals 7. So I just wonder how many too many cats is for Becky. Okay, your mom seemed to have a great sense of humor. Oh yeah, we used to accuse her of trolling us. She didn't really troll us, but it was kind of fun to accuse her of it. Maybe she'll send you funny signs to share. She might, or like Limmy's mom will send a message on occasion assisting you with your readings. She might do that. I would be curious to see what she did. I guess I'll know it when I see it, right? Okay, so Becky, too many cats. You need to send me another one. Too many is 8, but I now have 5. Okay, beautiful. Thank you so much. I loved your handle, your Gmail name, and I was just curious what the answer to that was. 8. Okay, too many is 8. There you go. Although I know, oh, that's Michelle's correct. The cat distribution system knows how much is too many. Yeah, for us it was 7, but I had people in the comments say, oh yeah, we had like 30, 25 of them were barn cats, but we had some indoor cats too. It's just amazing. Yeah. Oops. There you go. No specific number. It's a very personal thing. That's true too. But the cat distribution system is actually really good. Really good at allocating the correct number. Too many cats with an extra risk can smell the kitty litter. Oh, better than what else? I guess kitty litter is better than what the smell the kitty litter is hiding, right? 5 or too many for Crystal. Oh, here we go. Got a question coming through. Yeah, put your questions in all caps. That makes it easy for me. Will Trump authorize military action against Canada? I hope not. I mean, I don't think so. I mean, he's got other areas he wants to put the military in. I think Cuba's kind of his latest area. And he keeps threatening Greenland and Mexico and probably some other Central American countries that he wants to go after to take away their shipping lanes. But let's see. I'll just do 2 cards. Will Trump authorize military action against Canada? You got the 8 of Swords, being bound and not being able to move forward with it. He probably wants to take some actions, maybe not military actions, but influence actions to get Canada to come on board with the United States, because in his mind, it's obvious that the truth is that the Canada is better as a 51st state. But there's no stomach for that. I mean, most of us don't even want him. What's going on with Iran, much less. And that's a country that we've had a very adversarial relationship for over 40 years. 45 years. And there's no support for that, really. So yeah, I can't imagine that he can actually get away with that against Canada. There was another comment. Someone was asking about Cuba. Oh, there it is. How soon for Cuba? I hope not soon at all. But Cuba's kind of the same thing. It's like, okay, we had the Bay of Pigs whole thing, the Cuban Missile Crisis back in the early 60s. And we've had this huge embargo on Cuba. But so Cuba's really not done a whole lot to the United States. Oh, Carolyn, hey, how are you, Carolyn? So how soon for Cuba? You got the 10 of Wands. I think right now he's got a lot of burdens, a lot of other actions that are burdening him down. And it's just a question of, for Cuba, it's when does it make sense for him? When is he able to invest a little bit and get the big investment back? So it's not answering how soon, but more, why or when why he wants to do it and what he's waiting for on Cuba. Do trans people need to leave the country, or will it be safe soon enough to stick it out. I really feel bad for the trans population. Trump has found a population that he can vilify that's small enough to not being able, that just doesn't have the ability to really fight back. And it's a group that he found that his base is very comfortable punching down on. And that's so sad. It's like, leave these folks alone. They're not hurting anyone. They just want to live their lives. Leave them the hell alone. Do they need to leave the country or soon it'd be safe enough? Boy, I want to see the underneath card, because when I cut the deck, the underneath card really wanted to be on the bottom. You got the star, which seems like this is the beauty of democracy and the freedoms that we have in this country. So you got the star card, and underneath is the lover's card. Both major arcana. I don't think they need to leave. The beautiful part of the democracy is that we all have rights. And protections in the Constitution, and that it's designed to give us all equal footing in our relationships. So clearly there are different rules whether you're rich or poor. There's different rules if you have power or an influence or if you don't. But I don't think I'm nothing in those cards is telling me that in the long term it's going to be dangerous and that trans people need to leave. That the democracy and our relationships will prevent that from happening. That's how I'm taking that. Oh my goodness. New comments. Hide this gun. What is this? Did American News share about is not real's big bottom? I don't know what this is. Carolyn, what are you talking about here? India's news covered it. It really glowed at the dark, all mushroom shaped. Are we talking about dear leader's bum? Does he have a mushroom shaped bum as well as a mushroom shaped front member? Oh my goodness. That was a visual I didn't need. Oh my goodness. Yes. What do we got? Thank you. I'm hoping people I care about can stay here. Yes, I hope so too. My pleasure. It's whatever. That's my interpretation. That's half the fun of showing the cards is see if you agree with me or not. I hope, because I tend to be a little optimistic. I got to be honest, over the last 10 years, my optimism has not always been supported by what's actually happening around us. So I hope I'm not blowing sunshine up anyone's bung. Okay. Okay. I think I'm at this point. I'm gonna. If you've got any questions for me, let's spend the next 5 minutes just asking questions. If you got any questions for me, put them in all caps. I'll do my best to answer them. And then I'm gonna go to bed. We're coming up on 1 a.m. I need to get some sleep. I don't have work tomorrow, but I have work to do tomorrow. Tomorrow we're going to the funeral home. I start making the arrangements. If we're going to do a rosary, when can we do the services for my mom? So we got a lot of work to do ahead, and then we're going to head over to the family house, and we have to. My sisters want to pick out an outfit for my mom to wear, and then my mom wore a lot of bangle bracelets, and allegedly she lost one in her car, which I don't know how the heck she did that. She hasn't driven her car since like about, I don't know, August last year. So if there's a bracelet, I hope I can find it. Will the arch get built? I hope not. Oh God, all these Trump vanity projects. Once again, this is the stuff that really gets me spicy. I guess at the end of the day, does it really matter if it gets built? It's just this vanity project for him. I mean, we'll just tear it down when he's gone, right? Hey, wasted taxpayer money. Amen to that, Sharon. Almost Friday, I've got to go to bed 7 a.m. Be here before I know. Yeah, same here. I know exactly what that is. Okay, that's just a pull one card. Will they build the Arc to Trump? You got the Sun card. That's about kind of the truth will come out. People will see everything that they need to see. And the card underneath is the devil, about what you're chained to. Will they build it? They might. But it's going to show the truth of what's really going on if they go ahead and build it. And how, if it gets built, it'll show the corruption and how people have chained themselves to this, to the lower, darker energy that Trump puts out there. Okay. Washington, D.C. is swampland. They may be in for a surprise. Be like Swamp Castle. How many arcs are they going to have to build before it stands up, right? Okay. I'm just going to call it a night, folks. Thank you so much. Hey, Insomniac Club, I love you guys. I really wish you'd get some more sleep. You guys are great. I will try and do more of these. I'm not going to lie. This is really hard for me because every core fiber of my being is telling me, shouting at me to get back to bed. So I'm going to wrap it up here. Oh, that's an interesting question. What's the real reason Trump brought 18 CEOs to China? Oh, Lord. My Gary the analyst would say he brought him there because he wanted them to meet the Chinese officials that make the decisions for investments, to build these connections between these CEOs and the Chinese leadership, to forge business relationships between the two countries. That would be my Gary the analyst's take on that. The question really is, will it be successful? And I got the Temperance card. It's about balance. And maybe it's to balance the trade deficit. Who knows? I don't know how you're going to balance that, because China does all the manufacturing. We're going to have a trade deficit with them because we're buying the goods. And it's these CEOs are the ones sending our products over to China to be manufactured. And then Trump gets all mad at China for having a trade surplus. It's like, hey, man, our business leaders made those decisions. I used to work for United Airlines. They sent a whole bunch of maintenance out of the United States and into China because it was cheaper. And over time, the mechanics for the Chinese companies ended up doing some pretty solid work, and they could do it for half to a third of the price of what we could do here in the States. So, part of the blame, Trump, is that these CEOs that you brought with you, them and the folks like them, are the ones that sent the work out in the first place. They could have kept it in, but they didn't. So, don't take it out on China. They're just honoring their end of the bargain there. Anyways, thank you all so much for joining me. Dave and I will try and get some videos out. No guarantee when we'll have enough time to put something together for the two of us. So you may see me a solo here and there over the next week while we kind of sort out the next steps with my mom, and allowing the friends of my mom and the family around my mom to give them the opportunity to say goodbye to her and celebrate her life here. So anyways, I hope you all have a great morning, and love you all, and we'll catch you soon. Take care, folks. Bye.